Hey everybody, welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV stream, where today we are actually going to be tackling more of the MSQ. It got patched just recently to have more of that content. There's other stuff that they have, but we're not going to get into that today. We are going to actually go on and search for Azure, because that is what we were going to be doing from before, and that is what we're going to be doing now. So, let's hop right on in. So, Varshan. As glad tidings to share. Excellent timing, Azurius. Just a moment ago, I received word from the Ironworks. They have completed their task and are on their way with the reinforced warding scales. Surely our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial Atomos. All is in readiness for our journey to the Void. I have instructed our comrades to gather the great work. Let us head there at once. Yeah, we learned about the Void, as well as the... we technically, we didn't learn it, but we learned it through passing, third-person view style, us, not the character. Pretty much, there is a new evil force that is going to be maybe the evil force of the next expansion. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go, but maybe we'll find out this patch. I mean, we're getting slightly closer now. This is 6.2, and they're going to be having more story content through the patches. This is actually the first, well, yeah, I kind of want to say the first patch content that I've done, as it's happening, versus some that's already, was already out, pretty much. That I recall, anyway. There you are, Azurius. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial Atomos. I didn't even see it there. How did I not see it? Though we've yet to put it to the proof, its ether is practically identical to that of the original. A truly remarkable feat in so short a time. Aye, our alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. A small wonder that they are at the pride of Razat-Han. I would express my gratitude to Nidana, but it appears she isn't here. She rushed off at the bringing the Atomos to attend to a pressing task, but she said that she would return ere herself forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. Right on cue. It's good to see you all again. But for the president himself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. Wouldn't miss this for the world. I mean, honestly, this is the first time you are in actual story-based content in so long now. You don't mind if we come along to see you off, I hope. It's all thanks to these three that we could finish the work so quickly. It was my painstakingly collected data that made the reinforcement possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary hint of degradation. As the ones who did the actual reinforcing, we guaranteed their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear of corruption. I know not how to repay you. Don't mention it. A Guardstormer came to our rescue in the rift. It's the least we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my only regret is I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait. Inanna, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there is something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I will require a moment. He's certainly taken his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? To kinda help him in the void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you of all people wouldn't know that, eh?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Vritra, I presume.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is not to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Varshan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Vashan, and best of luck.
I have something for you as well. While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Al-Zadar's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Hydaelyn's gift than her chosen champion?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
All right, and they just warped us here. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. The cutscene had a couple issues. Nothing too bad. Just a couple shots that they lingered on a little too long for. It seemed like they should have cut it a little sooner. But past that, it was fine. So the Trop and your fellows are ready to depart for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Yes, I am. So is this like an immediate dungeon?
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadar III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the Void Gate. It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Immediately? Okay. So, that's also kind of neat that Ashtola can actually go back to being a white mage, because that's what she was way back when. And then it's like, yep, we could just change that regardless. So let's see what we got. Former party. Is it eye level? Of course. Every time it's always eye level. So Yeah, he could be DPS. He could probably be tank as well, depending. So it's like either or for him. And then healer DPS now, and he's just DPS flat out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what am I missing on item level? It's always item level. All right, so what? Okay. 561, what is the item level exactly for this? 75. Okay, so where am I low? Where am I low? I got a couple level 89 stuff. I probably should update those to level 90. It only took an hour. All right, let's get started. Whew. You good to go? I got my NPC thing. He's like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. You suck.
No mercy.
All right, let's see how well I do here. And let's see if Y'shtola is still a decent healer after her excursions of not being one for the longest time. I forgot trusts kind of take forever to do anything, so we'll see how this goes.
I will not hold back.
I would hope not. You're my healer. All right then. Quite creepy. Only two, so I can just do my single attacks on this and just get rid of them. Yeah, it's way better when I could just do single attacks. I need to move. There we go. Hello. Oop. for somebody else. There we go.
I will not hold back.
This will hurt.
Is that a wall? Oh no, that's the way forward. I was looking at it. I'm like, do I go that way? Okay, more enemies.
You forced my hand.
Is it me or were they standing in that AoE? Stola, what? Is Stola? Hello? There. Now you can probably focus on curing me just a teeny little bit more.
I will not hold back.
You forced my hand.
This will hurt.
This is slightly different for a battle. I'm assuming once we kill enough of them, they're gonna either fuse, or it's gonna be like one of those situations where they all die and then they become like a bigger object sort of deal. Or that could happen. Okay. I made that easier. Oh, okay. They're just gonna... Oh, okay. That's a lot of enemies.
I will not hold back.
More of them? Okay.
This will hurt.
Where are they going? Okay, let me do something about this problem. Get all this aggro. This is a different kind of mid-boss. Come on. How many more are we dealing with now? Just a couple. Not anymore. Okay, we're safe now. Time to aggro everything once again. I'll do it. Okay. I'm okay with that. As long as I get rid of this one before it causes like any big issues, I'm okay with that. Okay, do that, do that, do that, and it's done. Wow. Okay. Woo. Thank you, game, for giving me something I can use. And that immediately brought my item level up. Okay. Holy crap. Well. Okay then, let's get started. Oh, you're just gonna... Okay. It's been a while since I've seen, like, screen transition in a dungeon. Oh, we're just in the castle now? Okay, never mind. I was kind of hoping to battle on the bridge, but that's fine. Alright then. Get started. Get one of these on you. Do a little bit of that action. Get my attack up. And then just spin around like crazy. Whoop. There we go. And now for you. I guess the only visible open door makes sense. Alright. There's a staircase. You know what? I'm gonna just kind of sneak in, do one of these, and then stab you with that. Do one of these, do one of these, and then do one of these. Yep, I need to move. I like that they're focusing on that one at least. Makes these ones easier.
I will not hold back.
I'm right next to it. There we go. Too bad. That would have been nice, but it's not. I already know it's not because it's a slaying, but still would have been nice. Hello, table. I'm gonna get myself one of these just so there we go. Everybody could have that divine veil and bam.
Away with you.
You forced my hand.
All right. Let me guess. Those are going to be the next targets. Do I go down the stairs there? I mean, I no, I don't. Right? Yeah, I don't. The stairs are clearly broken. There is another treasure chest though. We're gonna go after that in a second. Just kind of do another one of these, another one of these, another one of these, another one of these, and then another one of these. Hello there.
You're mine!
Healing, of course. That was weird. Why did I do that one?
I shall carve a path forward.
Okay, I saw that works now. I'm probably gonna get killed really shortly because that hurt a lot. Okay. Doing slightly better. Just need to fix that. Oh, okay. That glaring error. Okay. I see how that works.
This will hurt.
Oh man, I still got a bite. That's fine.
You underestimate me.
Do this. Do one of these. Alright, let me just make sure I'm topped off for this. Because that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that would have killed me otherwise. Oh my god. Nope. Okay. Oof. Why? Why? I want the stuff that I could use. I mean, there's been a decent chunk of chests so far, so maybe I might get something. All right, let's see. Next set is somewhere. I'll just give you one of these. All right. I already know for a fact that if I let Ishtola get too far away, she is not going to keep up with the curing. So, yeah, let's just kind of let them get close. See if we can get one of them down a little bit. There we go. Even it out.
You underestimate me.
Like that. All right, then. Perfect. Whoop. Only two, so... Now there's three, never mind. Hopping in like actual Trojans. There's only two left, so I'll just do that. Materia. Okay. These are the stewards. They're huge stewards. Oh, hello. All the other enemies that just came out of nowhere.
You underestimate me! You underestimate me!
Out of my way!
There we go. Treasure coffer. And what appears to be the boss. And more materia. Okay.
So the gate did open again, and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels. I am Scarmilione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four. Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your grave.
Okay. Going directly into Final Fantasy IV stuff here.
Breathe deep of your death.
Oh. He's like, I still reach it from here. Wait, that hit me? Oh, there's walls. Okay.
My blade thirsts for blood.
Okay, well, keep an eye out on the walls.
I am of the first brood.
Up.
Away with you!
Protect me, my minion.
I will end this farce!
Okay. Okay.
I will not hold back!
forced my hand.
Ow.
Stubborn mortals.
You forced my hand.
Dare your luck.
I just hit him with this from here. Ow.
My fans rimmed on. My fans rimmed on.
Ah, I still hit him. Cool.
Defeated by you.
I am of the first few.
I will not hold back.
You're mine!
And there we go. Okay. Treasure coffer, please. Why? Why? Okay. Nice.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's proceed with caution and pick up what we can.
Sage advice, my friend. 'Tis reassuring to have one so experienced with us. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
The last one was like a cold open. This one was more like a hot, do it dungeon open. Wow. This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. I always set our sights elsewhere. Let's see what we can do to learn here. Do not encounter Aetherites for a while. You should leave. Should you leave Troy Castle, you may return here for your weaver's warding. Additionally, you may not enter the Fell Quarter. Yep. Food. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would have sensed Ajaya were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Why you not call to her? Let her know that you have come. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. It's liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's a little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from this castle's occupants. Understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well. Let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. I'll all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Let's see how this goes for us. Is any of them capable of speech? They all just disappear like boop. Alright then. You get any news? This one does not but stare. I mean, that's what they do. The creature snarls and glares at you. It's unlikely that you learn anything from it. Some seem willing enough to converse, whether they have the ability to do so is another matter. What enticing ether you have. Give me some, give me some. Aw, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, I'll find someone else to eat. While being able to communicate, this one seems only to think of feeding. Better take your inquiries elsewhere. Oh. I just walked through you. Like the prevailing tongue in Norvrand, the languages of this world bears a resemblance to our own. It may be assumed that they share a common ancestor. Mistress' eyes are beauteous, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. Now she's gone, never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? Shrug. Creatures muttered endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. What about you? You clearly are important enough to be able to talk. I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know about anything. Or the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. you look in the dungeon, maybe you'll find the clever one I mentioned. In the dungeon. Okay, then. So, back down the way we came. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung void sent tend to have lower intelligence, would seem. Pity Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative, at least. What of you? A clever void set in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this voice head, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. Imagine if I go to the dungeon and it's like actual dungeon. It's like, oh, I gotta do another one right away? Cool. Alright. Weird that I have to enter it this way versus just walking down there. Considering I was like just there. Yeah, we're pretty much going back through the dungeon now. That weird that, I mean, I guess you can technically do this in the explore mode, like in the other stuff. Do you talk? Can't survive with someone without someone to give me ether, but where, oh where will I find a new master? Like in the older dungeons, you could use the explore mode and just walk around. But this is kind of a first going through a dungeon in a quest line like this. I mean, last patch we kind of just went to the main little end hub area a few times. But that was about it. This, I'm like, clearly just going through the entire, okay. You don't even have a name, so I can't even talk to you. It's also weird that none of them are attempting to attack me. I know that, like, I thought that said shopkeeper. I'm like, a shop? Prey we caught are weakened in the dungeon before being served up to the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it, but that's the way she used to like it. Wait, this one has a name above it? I'm guessing if I talk to it, it'll just be like grr. Let's find out. Yep, woof grr. All right, back the way we came. I mean, I know dungeons are like instances, but technically this is an instance, so why can't these just be like... Maybe it's like a duplicate version of the dungeon or something and they have to do it this way, but it's just weird to me. I can actually talk to these things that were a boss earlier, and I was like, nope, I can just talk to them now. There's only one in the dungeon here we call the fourth, the mistress orders. The mistress is gone and her orders with her. Rats can infest this castle for all I care. No one comes and goes from this dungeon without permission. For you, though, I'll make an exception. Go on, go. Food for the mistress's consumption is kept in these cells. With the mistress to devour, we're free to help ourselves. The clever one is strong. Another one went in to devour the clever one, but he hasn't come back out.
You are the friend.
Didn't you fade away when Xenos fell?
Xenos? The disgraced prince you yourself laid low?
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald. When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Strictly speaking, Missourius Carmine.
So, You're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Voidsent, at least those we met. The change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to Crystal purging the excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. I like how that was added to my unending codex. It's like, I know who he is. Wow, that's all that stuff they're adding. Is that going to keep going? Okay, never mind. I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We're looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world, and we know little and less of its workings and ways. We'd be grateful you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon. Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has little value here. Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. But not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I'll tell you no more than you could afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If you want to talk to about the Void, let's do so outside. Come with me. I just noticed the thing in the top right is like a different symbol now. It says vacuity instead of like day and night. So I recognize the avatar, like when they first showed it off in the last patch, but I wasn't sure if it was leading to anything or whatever, but now it clearly is, so now I'm like really curious what they're gonna go with this angle. At least we're outside already, we don't have to like go the long distance.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, Voidsent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat Sin Eaters, darkness begat Voidsent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, Its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Then call me what you will. I care not.
How about 0?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. 0, then.
I think it's a nice name.
A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. Shall have it as soon as we arrived. Stingy. Alright. Is this conversation going to keep moving further and further into the castle? It's like, let's go up here now. Let's go over here now. Let's go here now. I'll be like, okay. I wonder if there's any player that doesn't like stand on the table. Because I guarantee every single person that does this dungeon probably jumps onto the table instead of running around it. Curious as to the angle where everything is gonna go in the story for like the next expansion anyway, because so far it's like doing setup and I'm kind of curious, is that an instant? Okay. Several cutscenes playing sequence. Okay. Alright, yo. Oh wow. Oh. Okay then. Alright. This is gonna be a bit then.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
Again? But we struck it down, watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course. In the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
Or we can kill you and let her have that ether instead. Alright then.
Every soul in this domain serves me. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call.
Okay, they just don't care about me. Alright then.
Quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Yeah, they really just don't care about me. Alright then.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
He hastens their regeneration.
We are left. You cannot defeat that which cannot die.
We can keep at it.
This bodes ill. Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast. Quickly, stand together!
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
I wanted to keep going.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, You do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
I did pretty well with your weapon game.
However incurred, a debt is a debt.
Do an actual boss battle inside of an instance, why not?
She can turn void sync into crystal.
What is this power? You tremble before my truth strength!
Attend to the minions first.
If it lets me target them, it's fine. I'll go after this one. Or not. Oh, wait. She's doing it. Never mind. I get it now.
That's far enough.
Trickery will not
He says as he vanishes.
reinforcements.
This will hurt.
win without Zero. We must help her.
Another debt to return.
I must deal with you first. I'll kill you all myself!
Finally getting serious, son. Very well. Let us return the favor.
Oh, wait. Did not see you there.
This place will be your grave!
This is magic! We must stop him now!
Everyone, to me!
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again! What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria! But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the crew's gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains. But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. You dare say, but that's a name for a quest. Zero, so you come to 13 before, yes? You fought Voice Sent here. Clearly, you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time, yes. I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return, in contravention of the natural order. Do you remember aught out of the ordinary? Is healing magic like Zero's, perhaps? There are circumstances in which we are unable to return. If you'd like, I could tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the swords you have come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void sin once more. Even before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or worse-foul prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you can survive the process, not uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmelione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe you understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Would you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. You combine the ether of the soul and crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm not the only one left. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I never thought about that. I do know, however, that Void Saint can't use the power. I assume I can become immortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about a man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. We must try talking to the other Void Set again. Let's entrust the task to Azurius. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. You literally just gave me a fetch quest to talk to people. This is fine. I guess I'll do just that. Is this whole patch going to be like in this area? I'm actually wondering about that because a lot of quests I've done have been here so far. Maybe the one that I talked to before can give me some information. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps. Golbez, of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiend leads armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those that they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee. Though, Soon there will be nowhere to run. Okay, nothing useful there. Probably nothing useful here either. The one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze again. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands me the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. Mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. So basically, war between here and there. Well, you're the last one that I could talk to. The tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees them. With his army of minions, Golbez would sell them when he died personally. Okay, I guess I'm going back down we go. So people know of him, but people don't know of him. They know him by name, it seems, but pretty much not much else. Welcome back, Azurius. Were you able to learn aught of value? So Callus voiced an answer to the Archfiends, who in then turn answered Golbez, as you suggest. Scarlemilione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if we surround ourselves with armies of minions? We could target his other Archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. As said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ajdaya. If there is a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? We got in the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts, and you who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. Not that she needs it, but... Protection. I have no need of such. I was a prisoner, yes, but only because I couldn't be bothered to resist. Could have easily broken free had I desired to do so. If you're truly such an aimless creature, then you could do worse than to join us. You need to expend as much energy to defend yourself as you would alone. Trying to be clever, are you? But even if you had a point, your protection isn't enough to persuade me. Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we'll provide it in ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle? I was brought here on a mount. We can lead the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with either. Excellent. Let's go and find our mount at once. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear this. And they're facing me in the direction where I just saw the guy. But technically I didn't see the guy. Alright, back up we go. We should be able to find a mount to here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready? I don't see why not.
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
What is this place?
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
Mortals! They're mortals! What in this here? Let me have some.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
Have I said how good the music is yet? I probably should. Because, wow. This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. Yeah, back off. While they know their place, the tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. If it is the void sense nature to consume their sole purpose, even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, and you can succumb to instinct. Oh, I couldn't say that right. But if any who succumb here will have to answer to me, this is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the voice sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn serve Gomez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we learned all we can, let's reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course. In which case, I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. Let's see, who can I talk to then? Guess I'll start off from the left and work my way over. To walk around with her like that, you're her minion then. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions and I want you to answer them. Gomez. I don't know that one. Only Skethatch. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. Been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to, that's all I can tell you. Skethatch was a powerful voidsent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago though. I doubt she has any connection to Gomez. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall this statue, though. However I came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Gomez. I've heard the name before. I remember, always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarlo. He's the minion of another minion. Went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see, perhaps Farfarlo will tell us more. First, we got one more. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die? So it is. What brings you here then? Ah yes, Gomez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he's about to make a move. Satisfied with what you learned? But let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Seems rumors of Gomez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarlo once fought in Gomez's army. Miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfarlo is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is how do you say that? Siriato? He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ethers, such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfallo, I presume. Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide that way.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troya, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. Their very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. Yet the very notion was an absurd! Drowned in darkness. As well we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Galvez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
The insolence. No place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
All right, then. Farfallo keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. So if we're fighting her next, and if we get two of them down in one patch, that's gonna be weird. But I guess that's gonna how it's gonna go. I'm not sure yet. The voice in here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except for Farfallo and Suriato, that is. They are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Suriato will not seek shelter until he has been utterly spent. Farfallo, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Oh, well. I found one of them. Oh, whatever will I do now? Tiriato, this is rather unexpected. Where's Farfallo? Farfallo isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left. That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Siriato's behavior? I don't think he was telling the truth. So you think so too? As he says, Farfallo is gone. But that is quite unusual. As the fact that Siriato, who isn't clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee but instead hid here, where Farfallo is usually. No. Let's go after Siriato now. Alright then, so this way, into the corner. Which is not a corner, there's a way out. Siriato, we need to talk. There's no time, the wind rises, we must flee. The wind rises? What is he talking about? After him. So this way and around. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes, Barbarcia. How do you say that name? Barbracia. There we go. Barbracia. I got it. I even said it wrong again. Who in the world was that? I know how to say that one, but I keep saying it wrong. Must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you, Barbracia, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We'll all be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade. It makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or our enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled in and came here. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfallo who used to serve an Archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbracia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfallo, didn't he? Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfallo? Not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did he know? It was not only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely that was at Farfallo's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it. Farfallo didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbracia more than anything, hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's fraying, so very fraying. When you're Ian, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turn, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it will return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Siriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be in, neither me or Farfarello. There's nowhere to go, nowhere. And tell me about Baratia. I wouldn't know who it is we face. Bleh. It's too late. She's as good to hear, and no one can escape her wins. No one.
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery. Alas, poor Scarmiglione. A good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Azure?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
What's the plan then?
Why are you asking me? Go after Barbaratio. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaratio too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone's ready, then let us set forth. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaratio struck down. Were it not for us, she wouldn't have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? What? Barbaratio took what she could. She is wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. I don't care about any of these, honestly. A word of warning. Barbaratio spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I need to tell you how foolish it is to give an Archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at an earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memorial will suffice. I can't wield the power at will. Well then, better hope it favors you when the time comes. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Azure. If another Archfiend were to fall, Gomez will surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, it's that we must hold nothing back when facing an Archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal away at the earliest opportunity. If we're all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisroch.
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
I am so glad we have that. Alright then. Are you kidding me right now? Alright, Barbaricia.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence.
Alrighty then.
Such rich, exquisite ether. My head shimmers with anticipation.
Everybody was already going in, so, whoops.
On your guard.
Alright then. I think we're good. I think we are good. I don't know what this means. Okay.
Try this.
Ow. Okay. I figured that one out. Some icons I have not. Okay. We're going well. You're going well. I don't know what to do here though. Okay, I see now. Ow. Figure that part out.
My legs are as the wind. Soft, strong, and free.
Oh, hello. What do we do? What do we do? Go over this way. Okay. I think I got it. All right then.
Try this.
No! My bad. Alright. Oh, gotta go over here now. Run! Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
blur. You feel it too, do you not? You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
The QTE thingy.
I'll slaughter you all. Dodge this if you can.
That wasn't terrible. Oh.
I'll make it.
I think that was like time for like a tank limit break. Most likely. I hear a stack thingy. I just can't find it. There it is. I'm gonna go over here. App. Yes, 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 yes. Go, 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 go. Ow. Do one of these, and then I don't know what this means. I haven't personally seen that one. I don't know what to do with. Ow. This is fine. Oh, I think that was like the. I don't remember what that one was. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that. Okay. Oh man. Whee! Hey, I dodged all those by doing that, I guess. Oh man. Stop. 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 This hurts. This hurts. Made me mess up my combo.
Know your place.
Oh, you're doing like a rotatey. Okay, this is fine. Oh, hello. Dodge that. And that. Oh, and that. And that. Whee. Here. Okay. I'll do a little bit of this, and then a little bit of that. Ah! Okay, let's do this. There we go. Aha! Right here. Right here. Yay. Oh. I'm over here now.
Be gone from my sight. The insolence. Dodge this if you can. I'll make it quick.
Okay. Whee! I'm in the air.
Don't underestimate me.
Okay, still doing good. Still doing good.
Know your place.
Nope. Almost there.
No, I will not be denied.
Holy carp. My other tank carried that for me. I mean, I did decent, but wow. All right, and we're done here.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet. You're finished. Damn it all!
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Azhdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Okie dokie. Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern, at any rate, being part Voidsent, her physiology may be rather different than ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor I can say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Zurius, might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricia's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, what happened to her? Yeah, business. Yeah, wow. Yeah, business with Zero. I can't say the word business right now. We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricia's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer, so we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else? Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Azurius? With luck, we might learn something of Gomez. We gotta learn what the next patch content will be, so let's go. Yep. You're the ones who fell at Barbaricia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please, let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Gomez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain. Whatever it is, none but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Gomez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters. Staves? Whatever they are, he uses them to talk with those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That'll be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we're prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yes. Back to Troya then, and thence home.
you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
And we're back. A dinosaur story. Master Carmine, we've been expecting you. If you would follow me, I'll show you to the guest chambers. Yep. Away we go for another cutscene.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnish cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void sent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel. Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
'Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
Okie dokie, what are my options here? Stuff, stuff, and stuff. Alright. What's next? World with light and life. I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales function admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. Then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Void-Sent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? I'm just worried about Zero. In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? We should have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Midreen's Mahane and ask for suitable refreshments? Excellent. In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. Sounds good to me. So I wonder if they're going to pull the, oh, she's not waking up yet sort of deal. And that'll be like, she'll wake up when the next patch content comes out sort of deal. Or if it's going to be like, oh, she's awake and I guess we'll just have to wait. It's right there. I think I'm still missing a couple of Aetherites here. There we go. Look at me. I know how to say it. I need food. What? I guess that the Satrap has collapsed from hunger? Of course I'll be happy to help. You need only tell me what you desire. A modest quantity of a living mortal's ether should suffice. I'm afraid we don't serve that particular delicacy. If I may, I would just recommend serving something gentle on the stomach. Like these applies apples, not applies. Do you want some applies? They just come in. I can guarantee their freshness. Afterward, once their guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. I have some fresh applies. Let's go. I'm never gonna live that one down. And away we go. Yes. Another cutscene.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful! Ah! Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? Ah, but this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. But I suppose ether is ether.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing. But diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back. Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzathan.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
Well, I was entirely wrong, and it's raining now. So she's already awake. I didn't mean to pull out my weapon. I meant to get my keyboard to light up so I can actually see the buttons. This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. And wet. Glad am I to hear that. So is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apply? Was it? Well, I don't expect I'll collapse again. It would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Rides Mahane it is then. I'll introduce you to Head Rachis Milu. Companions. Can't really do the teleport, so yeah, let's just do the walk. Or the run in this case. So we have a little talky bit right there. But pretty much I'm just walking there. Not a big deal. So they had like a moment where she looked at Varshan funny. I thought she was going to say something about the fact that he looks different. But nope, that didn't come up. Either she doesn't care or just they're not going to bother with it. In we go. Out of the rain. Can I just sneak right into here? Yeah, I can. Where am I going? I don't need to go that way. I need to go this way. Everyone has those lately. I need to find out what they are, like the big glowy ring things on the back. I wonder if it's like raid related or is it like what's the word I'm looking for? There's an event going on right now. I wonder if it's anything to do with that. This is the place? The air is different here, and I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Irish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. You could attempt to introduce Zero to Mayreed herself. A meal is more likely to be available. Through the door we go. Greetings. Mila and I may introduce you to Zero. She is an esteemed guest, so I asked that you share meals during your stay. To her meals, blah. Oh, yes, Mayreed has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. Just here that I almost said my own name wrong. Zuri has obtained the apply. Well, the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire. It's certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there moving their bodies about? Is this some ritual related to eating? I say that exact same thing whenever, like, it's like whenever you go to buy something, like in a store or whatever. I have always made the joke. Buying, is that a ritual related to is that a ritual you do during download? Is what I would always say. The dancers, they move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. Form of entertainment, part of our culture. Not needlessly complicated. We voice and prefer simpler gestures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let's move on. I propose we visit Balshan Bazaar, where goods over the world may be found. We just like walked past it. Why do we have to go back to it? I mean, yeah, right where the trader is. Why do we have to go out of order? Why couldn't we just say something about it as we walk through it? Makes no sense to me. What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is the marketplace, where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Rosalind Han has served as a trading hub. And here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there is aught you desire, she'll take care of it. So that's what tomestones are for. Voice and return with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. It struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appear to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Alright, so we're going to the left of here. Making one big circle. I always forget that there's no ceiling here. So I was like, whoa, it's raining again. Oh, Master Vitra. How may we serve you this morning? If you're here for your vessel, I'm afraid we're still tending to it. No, there's no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. High Crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies, and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think on it, you weren't surprised at all when I changed forms. There it is! Were you aware of my nature from the start, that I was a soul occupying a vessel, not my own? Hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Oh, then you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? Sisters know we love to hear your tales. I've had enough food for now, and can always attain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, there's no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let's save it for another time and return to the Megaduda. If all catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. Alright, and back we go. There is a little thing right there, though, so I'm gonna go to that first. I need to go back up the stairs, would be the quickest way there. I always got confused in this place. It's also kind of funny looking at like these maps nowadays. Like this is the town, and compared to like the old MMOs like Final Fantasy XI, where they like very overcompensated for their player base. It made everything just huge. I mean, this is kind of pushing it, but not really. I can imagine that like these could get hacked depending on if they have events or whatnot. I'm going the wrong way. Or if they have like certain stories, like events that take place in an area, you have a bunch of people just clustering around the one thing and have the cinematic symbol and all that. Well, that's just a common state of MMOs. It's to a point where like lately I've been noticing like when it gets busy, they have instanced areas where it's like, oh, hey, you go through a spot, but you can either go to the first version of it, the second version of it, or a third. Not my hedgehog. There we go. Some sort of fruit? Beautiful things, though. I imagine you need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed the silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thanavarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vitra, and Azurius too. It isn't young Mayrad. That must be your sister, Yashra. Is all well at the orphanage? Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone's really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit? That as well. Is she a new friend? A friend? You know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She is a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. A friend is someone you like to play with. Play with? Zeno seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? More or less. I see. Was having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still don't understand why. Why you traverse the great expanse? Why you risk life and limb for you? But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I'm not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we better get back to our errand. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. Why can't I have that wave gesture? I have the one where like all like with the arm just outspread. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. The more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's also strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. The feeling's not unwelcome. I'm learning bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. I believe Zero's time here has been rewarding. It was no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let's return to the Megaduda. Alright, and away we go. I can actually warp now. There's one. Okay. Megaduda. Click. The most important NPCs in these games is always the ones that warp you to like the story instance.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
We are all ears. Please.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men. Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
The Ascians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer. When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed. They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Void Sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition, into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Void Sent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction. Which gives me cause to hope there may be a way to restore light and life to the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more. But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone. And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Azure. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Scent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more. I will consider this a deposit.
Good thing I just ate because a lot of that looked good. Our time in the void was short. No, it wasn't. We managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives. And it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. The greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. Gomez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed. Then we'll finally liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together. I'll just take the money.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Aha! Some excitement for a change.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps. The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall. What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled!
Even realms long lost to dark may find in memory reverse spark. I swear every time I play these games, I hear the names like the fiends and characters, stuff like that. I'm like, that's not how I remember it being said. I even swear they said it different in the Final Fantasy IV DS remake. But yeah. it's a little weird. So yeah, that's about it for this stream. There's not really too much I could do left. There is the new island side content, but I'm probably not going to do that on stream because that's kind of stuff I don't want to be wasting my time on, like, on stream. Besides, I have very little time left before I need to get going anyway, so I might as well do that. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and you all have a great day.